What's up, y'all? It's Jeff Lacey Jr. here with the Ball Sports Network, and college basketball season is finally here. It was kicked off this past weekend with Louisville versus Minnesota in the annual Armed Forces game. This year's played in Puerto Rico. The game is moved annually every year to different spots, and the nation was exposed to one of the best players in college basketball. Montrezl Harrell had a coming out party. The preseason All-American dropped 30 points against Puerto Rico, and it showed us that his game definitely has expanded this season. But not only was U of L one of the highlights of the weekends, but we also were able to see Duke, Arizona, Kansas, and Kentucky, including every other major college program in play this season. Duke, with their big man on campus, freshman Jahlil Okafor, preseason All-American, co-player of the year preseason, along with Harrell, showed us that this man is here not to play any games with anybody, and that the Duke freshmen are a force to be reckoned with. The four freshmen that play major roles for Duke is going to be one of the reasons why they're going to be one of the top teams in the entire country this year. Led by Jahlil Okafor and point guard Tyus Jones, those boys over at the Blue Devils are not playing any games. Not to mention the Kentucky Wildcats, though they're trying something new this year. They go 10 deep, and they're trying this thing called the Blue and White Platoon, where they sub in 5 players for a whole new starting 5. They're not subbing in 1 or 2 players at a time this year. They're subbing in 5 guys so they can have chemistry between those 5 at a time. Me personally does not think this is going to work, because what happens if one guy gets in foul trouble, or if one guy has a hot hand and another one's not playing so well? We'll see. Coach Cal seems to know what he's doing more than I. That's why he gets paid the big dollars, and I record here to you on YouTube. But we'll see how well that works. But they are a deep and talented team over there in Lexington. Not to mention the Arizona Wildcats. They're another team that everybody needs to keep their eye on. They're not a sleeper team because they're ranked number 2, but they are a team that's going to come with full force out of the Pac-12. The Wildcats, led by sophomore Rondé Hollis Jefferson, have a good young nucleus, including Jefferson and Brandon Ashley, and they're a team that's definitely gonna make some noise this year out of the Pac-12. And the Wisconsin Badgers, another team that I think a lot of people should remember, led by forward Frank Kaminsky. Remember, they made it to the Elite Eight last year, knocked out by Kentucky and the Harrison twin, the game winner 3, all that. But the Wisconsin Badgers are back. They're gonna have some challenges in the Big Ten with Minnesota and with Ohio State. But they're another team that's definitely gonna bring the impact. We got some primetime games coming up this week with Kentucky versus Kansas, Michigan State versus Duke. So definitely some games you want to check out. We're going to see some big-time NBA prospects in those games, some good, really talented freshmen. But my preseason Final Four, this is who I'm going with. This is who I'm rocking with in the preseason to make the Final Four. First, I got the Arizona Wildcats. I think Rondé Hollis Jefferson and the rest of those boys out there in the Pac-12, they're going to make some noise. They're going to lead their team all the way to the Final Four. I like Arizona to be one of my picks. Another team, the Louisville Cardinals. I think Montrezl Harrell is not here to play any games with college basketball this season. This man is a beast. 30 points, and he did it off 12 shots, 9 for 12. He made it look easy against Minnesota, and I think he's going to have one of those years. Don't get me wrong. The ACC is stacked with Duke, with Carolina, Syracuse, Pittsburgh. He's going to have some tough challenges, but I think the man is here to play no games with college basketball. He's going to be one of the best players in the country. Montrezl Harrell, I see him on the All-American list. Another one, my third Final Four team, is the Duke Blue Devils. I think the Blue Devils, led by Jahlil Okafor and those fabulous 4 freshmen, they're going to make some noise. I think Jahlil Okafor is a beast. He is going to be an All-American. I said it here first, and he may even be the #1 pick in the 2015 NBA draft. This man is not here to play any games. He's here to do business. Duke has had some disappointing tournament moments, even with big names like Jabari Parker, with Austin Rivers. They haven't made it very far in the tournament at times. But I think Jahlil Okafor and the rest of those guys over there at the Blue Devils, they're not going to play any games. They're going to make it to the Final Four. And my last Final Four team is the Kentucky Wildcats. I think the Wildcats with the blue and white platoons will make it to the Final Four. I don't think this blue and white platoon thing will last the entire season. I think Coach Cal will make some adjustments. We'll see what he does. They struggled this weekend with a Buffalo team in the first half, but they were just simply too talented for Buffalo. But I think the Kentucky Wildcats are just simply too deep and too talented not to be in the Final Four. Those are my 4 picks. You let me know what your 4 picks are. Thanks for listening to my blog. Just continue to subscribe and like my videos and my channel. Thanks for listening. Once again, my name is Jeff Lacey Jr. here with Ball Sports. Peace.